Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're doing a little bit of maintenance on the Can-Am, and today we're doing the race brakes, brakes from Race Driven. So, the reason I decided to go with the Race Driven is because they were pretty cheap, and I've heard good things about them, and the stock brakes are, well, I don't know if you could see that or not that great. I'm also filming, let's see if it'll focus. I don't think it's going to focus, but you get the idea. There's not a whole lot of brake pad here. So, I'm going to try to do the best I can with this video. Filming by myself, so there's going to be a lot of probably cuts here and there, and I don't have a tripod. But I'm going to try to explain as I go, because I know that changing brakes for some people can seem like it's next to impossible. For others, it's child's play. For me, I kind of go both ways. It just depends. Most of the time, it's not that big of an issue, but then you'll have trouble every now and again. So let's go ahead and start with the wheel. Obviously, we got to get the tire off, and you have 4 lug nuts, and these lug nuts are 17 millimeter. And the best way for me to get them off is with with an electric impact. So I'm going to go ahead and get the tire off, and then we will move on from there. Alright, so we have the wheel removed. One thing I forgot to mention is one thing that would be really handy is a magnetic tray. These things are just all around lifesavers when it comes to keeping things in order. So we have the brake caliper, so we need to get the brake caliper off. These brakes, well, these pads don't look terrible. Looks like we got a lot of wear on this inside one. So now we gotta get the key out. So we gotta do that, and then we also have this. I'm not sure if this is a mud guard or a scrape. I guess the whole purpose of this is to keep mud off the rim is my best guess, but whatever. You have one bolt right here. You have another bolt down here. These are 15 millimeter. So I'm going to go ahead and take those out. And once you pull those out, you should be able to, this will fall right off, and you should be able to just pull the caliper off of the rim. No, it should be alright. Alright, so we have our 2 bolts out, and we got our metal guard off. Now the caliper should just slide right off of the rotor. There we go. So now what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to pull this key out. Now I'm going to show you a trick of how to get the, it's kind of hard to see with the flash on. I'm going to show you how to get this pin out right here. So I will see you in just a second. Alright, so we got the key out, and this is where things get relatively interesting. What we have to do is, on the other side, you can see that the pin does have a head. Focus isn't working too good, but it has a head sticking right there. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to punch this all the way through. And you have a little small hole right here. Now, the most optimal thing to do is to get a punch, a very, very, very small one, put it in the hole, and a hammer and punch it through. What I do, because most of these are just filled with mud and stuff, especially the one on the back wheel for some reason, I use a drill bit. Take this drill bit and just work this out just a little bit. Not trying to open the hole or anything, just trying to dig most of the crud out. And that should do it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this drill bit, because I have like 7 or 8 on the exact same size, so it doesn't really matter if I break this one. But preferably you'd want to get a punch, put in the hole, and just very easily tap it all the way through, just so you can get it all the way out. So once I get that out, I will see you momentarily. Okay, so hammered on a little bit, so we should be able to get this pin out. Pin might just be a little bit hard. You can see go. The hole in this pin is not very great. Usually you'd take these and twist them and they'll come out. But to be completely honest, there we go. A lot of people just cut through that, but I want to show kind of the struggle of how it can be, if possible. So there you go. There's your 2 brake calipers. And what I do to get these calipers to go back in, if I can find it, wherever it floated off to, there we go, is you take an old brake pad, you stick it in exactly where it's supposed to go. This one goes in just like this. And when you do that, take a table clamp and you stick your table clamp. You stick your table clamp through on the bottom, and you basically just twist it in to push both of the calipers back, and then you put in your new brake pad, slip it on, and it should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and put the calipers in, and then we'll move on from there. Alright, so this is what I was referring to, was taking the clamp and twisting it in. I'll probably be able to twist it with one hand or not. Probably not. There we go. So our calipers are pushed all the way back, so we should be able to slip the other brakes in pretty easily. And then we will move forward with our procedure. Alright, so we're able to slip the new brakes in. I was also able to slip the pin in as well, which was super simple. Let me see if I can focus it a bit better. There we go. So we were able to slip the pin back in to hold our 2 brakes, or our 2 brake pads in place. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take an actual good punch, about this size right here, and we're going to go right on the end of this pin, and we're going to keep pumping this pin in until you can just barely see the head, and or if you have enough room to get the key back in the hole. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick and be back momentarily. Alright, so we're back. We were able to push the pin all the way in, and we were able to get our key in pretty easily. So now it's a matter of putting the caliper back on the rotor, and due to us pushing the calipers all the way in, we now have an optimal amount of room to just slide it right back onto the rotor. So all we have to do from here is take our little mud guard, whatever you want to call it. I'm really not sure what this is. I'm sure this has a name, but I'm not sure what it's for. I guess it's a mud guard, my best guess. And our 2 bolts, which are right up in here, stick those back on, and then we have to pump the brakes a few times so the calipers can come right back out. So I will see you guys in just a second.
Well, then don't use foot brake?
Nope, handbrakes on this side. Alright, so now I'm going to pump the brakes a few times. And then release. Pump it. And then release. Pump one more time.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, now go ahead. Yep. So, thank you, I appreciate that. So now all you gotta do is put the tire back on, and should be it, right?
That's right.
And it's as simple as that. Don't think it can get any simpler, huh?
That's a pretty good job, alright.
Alright. And that pretty much about does it. For those wondering who that guy was, that was my grandfather. I can't live without that guy. But yeah, for this job in particular, used a hammer, punch, table clamps. I'm sure these have names, but I just call them table clamps because you mostly use them on tables. Use an electric drill or electric screwdriver. The only reason I used this was to make getting the bolts off on the caliper just a little bit quicker. We have the impact, one of the best tools in my garage. Substitute for our small punch, which is just a drill bit. So, and we also had a pair of wire cutters. I use this to not only get out the clip, or the little clip, but we also used it to work on the pin just in case the pin gets stuck. We also use, well, not this one, but also used the older brake pads to push in the calipers. And then in terms of the bolt and lug nut sizes, the lug nuts for the Outlander 570 are 17 millimeter, and then for the caliper they should be 15 millimeter. And that's all there is to it. And for those wondering what we're at for hours right now, just in case you guys are wondering for the sake of the brakes, we're also going to get the name changed here tomorrow, hopefully. I'm not sure if I want to get an actual name entered in on it, or if I want to get the channel name. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. 5:53 took me about an hour and 30 minutes. I took my time, didn't really care. If I was go faster, maybe about 30 minutes. So we got 157 kilometers. You can do the math to miles. And then for hours, we have 48 hours, and I believe that is 50 minutes. So basically 49 hours. And it also means that its next oil change is coming up. I believe I had the oil for it somewhere in this garage. Oh, there we go. We have our, I'm going to put Pennzoil Platinum Fully Synthetic SAE 5W30, because it is currently the oil it was running is this. And this is the Can-Am, what they recommend, SAE 0W40 Fully Synthetic. And I mean, I trust the manufacturers, I do, but zero weight just scares the crap out of me. I don't know why. I know they put it in race bikes, but you know, no weight, that's scary. So anyways, that should do it for the video. I apologize I wasn't able to actually go through all of the actions. Hopefully I explained it well enough. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. I don't know if I'll do an oil change video on this or not. If it gets recommended, I definitely will. But, you know, heck, I might even forget it, because I'm probably just going to do it tomorrow, because I got other stuff I got to get done tonight. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. As always, like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single upload from me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.